All right, guys, I'm over here in Palmetto, Florida, and I got a lot on my mind. I had a channel I was supposed to start a little while ago, and kind of just bullshitting. I just finished running a little mile. There's a lot of things that's been going on in my life which stopped me from kind of talking to you guys and being a part of you guys' life. Some of you who personally know me have access to me by contacting me via phone. So most of what I deal with has been health over the last 10 years. My name is Bahari. I've dealt with martial arts, rather we call it martial science, because we're actually doing applications as opposed to just an art form. So that's a little bit about what I've been doing. Now let me tell you about what stopped a little bit of that. So about 2 years ago, I got into a separation and currently going through a divorce right now. Now I was married for a long time. I got a little break here. Got people coming through.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, tired.
Excellent, excellent. All right.
Struggling.
Oh yeah, you did the best part. You got up and got out. I'm talking to my peoples about divorce and all that crap, trying to help the men. The men are going through hell.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
You have a good day, sir.
All right, you enjoy your morning. All right, a couple of passerbys doing a little exercise. Yeah, so getting back to the topic. Had a separation about going on almost 2 years and currently going through the divorce right now. So I'm making these videos so I can help out the men that's dealing with sociopath, psychopath, or a narcissist, or just somebody who has issues in trapping a man so that they can get what they want. And the man kind of loses all his physical and spiritual and mental, and the woman ends up getting everything she wants. So what should we do in the beginning? Because I made a few mistakes myself. Now, if you're an abusive parent, if you're physically abusive to your wife or to your husband, I'm not really talking to you. I'm talking about these guys that really should read the book, No More Mr. Nice Guy, okay? I'm talking to these guys that have fallen over their sword a million times just so that they can keep this woman around. And meanwhile, she gets everything she wants and you get nothing. So, let's get into it. What's the first thing that you should do? Well, the first thing that you should do if you're dealing with a sociopath, a psychopath, a narcissist, or someone who's just hell-bent on just having their way and not having a teammate type relationship, as I would call it, you should recognize that, analyze it, and definitely do your best to leave as quietly as possible. Now, I'm coming to you after, like I said, 2 years of a separation. Paperwork's getting done right now on the divorce. Very ecstatic. But there's a lot of things that I didn't know going into this. So I didn't fully know the type of tactics that a narcissist would use when you decide to uncover the reality of what they are. So the first thing that you should do, like I said, is analyze and then try to walk away as quietly as possible. They're going to make it difficult by trying to anger you, get into some kind of mental altercation with you, circular arguments that don't mean anything, and you just basically have to keep quiet. You've won once you left. Now, the next step is what I wasn't prepared for. is something called hoovering. Hoovering is where a narcissist, and I did say psychopath and sociopath, but this is specifically about narcissists and women who just want to get their way and that's it. So when we look at the narcissist and the sociopath, there's something called hoovering. Hoovering is like, and I'm going to use the example when you, as the victim, leave the narcissist, because I'm the one that left my narcissist situation. When you do that, they get injured in a way. But there's something called hoovering where they have to make a second try or a second stab at trying to get you to feel bad about the situation and take them back. So I didn't understand this. I was separated with my ex. She left the house that we was living in because she didn't want to stay there. She said there were sentimental reasons. I was prepared to move. She didn't want to stay. So I stayed in the house. And she moved with my daughters. And after about probably 6 months had passed, probably not even 6 months had passed. And she called me up and she asked me, would I allow her to move back into the house? Now, back then, I had no idea what hoovering meant. So I was just looking at it like, hey, this is my ex. I've been with her forever. Why wouldn't I allow her to move in? Now, mind you, she was the breadwinner towards the ending of our relationship. She made more money than me. And I had took a role of running a business and working on future monies and raising the girls, which I homeschooled for about 3 years. So she was the breadwinner at that point. And so it never dawned on me, why does this lady need my help financially? Why does she need to move back in? I just really took it as a sentimental thing and was like, this is my ex, she needs my help. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I allowed her to move back in. So now she's back in the house. Oh, and mind you, this is the really weird thing that happened. She was supposed to move in on like a Friday, on a Saturday, sorry. And she moves in on a Friday. And I had this beautiful 22-year-old girl with dreadlocks down to her butt, about to make dinner for her. And my ex walks in, uninvited. They'll do that. They break every single rule. And then they act like they didn't know anything. She says that she had made an arrangement already for me to come on Friday, and just standing there looking at me. And my date, after she left, my date even said this girl looked at me like I was her property. And I think she'll be correct. So anyway, that happens. So she agrees to leave. She said she'll come. She took a few things out of the house. I don't know why. Just so she could show her authority. She comes back the Saturday. She moves in. And the agreement was that she would stay for about a total of, I think, 6 months, I believe, or a year. And of course, she didn't make it that long because there were constant arguments. Now she's regulating everything I'm doing. She housed up inside of one of the rooms with all the girls, wouldn't allow them to sleep in any of the other rooms. So it was a really weird situation. And she was, it weirded me out that she was comfortable to just kind of be in solitary confinement with the children inside of one room and wouldn't really let them interact with me on the outside. So, but back to the hoovering. So I didn't understand what that was. And so everything I just discussed, I was thinking that this is just regular situational stuff that I've been going through, and this 6 months will be over soon. So back to hoovering. So hoovering is a topic that means that the narcissist will come back into your life and test to see if there's still love there. So she wasn't really interested in coming back for financial reasons She had a nice apartment that she had gotten, and it seemed to be working out okay. She did have another situation. I'll get into that again. But for the most part, it wasn't really a financial thing. It was more so, let's see what this guy's about. Let's see if he's still agreeing on not accepting the reality that she's put forth in front of my face, which is, I'm perfect, I can't do any harm, and I can't do anything wrong in the eyes of my daughter or my peers or anyone else. And so the injury, like I had brought up in the beginning of this video, the injury is where you reveal the mask of the narcissist. Now, when that happens, they get upset, but they're not really blatantly upset. When they get blatant upset is after the hoovering. After you've discarded them, after they've tried to hoover you and come back, and they find out that your temperament is still the same and you're not going to break your boundary, which I strongly urge you men to create boundaries and continue to be the alpha male. Big up to the Red Pill group. Big up to the Rational Male. I keep forgetting the guy's name. Big up to all the guys out there that are helping guys not only to just get a girl in the bed, but also to create value in your life. You know, be a better person, be a better man. Okay, so being a better man is also about creating boundaries. If we don't have boundaries, it's easy for the narcissist or any psycho chick or boss or colleague or peer to really crush that boundary and make us feel basically like we have no value, you know? And if we have no value, any woman is going to walk all over us. Okay? So we covered a few topics. We got hoovering. We got, what's the first one I brought up before? I forgot. There's so much going on out here. It's really nice. It's always good to get out. I've been really slacking off and on making these videos. I'm listening to all these motivational speakers, and I just haven't been doing the things that I know I'm supposed to do. But I'm thankful that I already have a program in place to be able to help myself. But now I'm really thankful, like I said, to the Red Pro group, the guy that wrote the book, The Rational Male, and all these guys that are really helpful, because when I started going online looking for dad support groups, I couldn't find anything. But I did find these guys on YouTube. I found a lot of women also talking about narcissistic issues, doctors. So there's plenty of different resources out there, guys. Don't give up hope. Don't act like the situation's over, you've lost. If there's children involved, also like my situation, you gotta go long term, guys. It's not gonna be a short-term fight. It's not gonna happen overnight. You are not gonna just, and especially if you're alpha like myself, I'm used to talking real smooth and getting somebody to sign on the dotted line. Sales, girls, all those different type of things, that's me. But if we're talking about custody issues, we gotta go long term, guys, okay? Especially if you got a young child. My daughter, I have two. Actually, I got one that's 18, so not too much fighting her now, but my 5-year-old, that's a long route as far as to deal with the mom. So I'm looking at it like I got 13 years to deal with this woman. So guys, make sure you put a number on how long it's gonna take to deal with these situations, because it's a long battle. So I hope this video is helpful. I also want guys to know that guys and girls, but mostly guys. It's a guy channel. You need to have a filter. All right. My filter, when I can get out to the lake. I like to be out by the water. I like to do Tai Chi. I like to be by the boats. I love girls. I like just going out and talking to them, whether they say yes or no. It's fun for me. So guys, make sure you got a filter. The martial arts is also another great filter for me. I'm also a writer. I like to write music. So I have a few different filters that I can use. But it's not just having a filter, it's also acting on that filter. Because like I told you guys at the beginning of this video, there's a lot of information that I have on health, but because of this situation that I went through and I've been going through, I've allowed it to let me slack off big time on my eating habits, on working out, on different things of that sort. So what's the best way to get back at a narcissist or some psycho bitch, for lack of words? The best way to get back at her is to create value in your life. Okay? Make your life better than what it was. Okay? Because you already know a narcissist always goes out for the empath, the person who wants to heal the world. Okay? And so I'm definitely an empath. And so there's nothing wrong with labeling. Some people have a huge problem with labeling things, like don't call her a narcissist, don't call her this, don't call her that. We live in a society where everything is very sensitive nowadays. But we need to wake up and analyze situations and call things by labels. That way we move forward. If we don't, or if you don't, you're probably a beta or a Sata, or you probably just don't care. And I'm really not making these videos for those people. I'm making these videos for the alphas that really want to make a difference. If you like this video, please subscribe and please donate. We're just getting this started, and I'd like to get a lot more videos out to everybody. Shout out to Ronan from MGTOW. I'm not biting your style. I just didn't want anybody to see my beard and my whatever. I like doing it like this. I like looking at the scenery. But I think some people are going to say I'm biting Ronan from MGTOW. And big up to the MGTOW community. They've been helpful also, but not as much as the Red Pill group, because like I said, we're all about trying to create some value, and that's what I really like. The MGTOW, I think that's a good part to get people kind of angry, because I think that's the first part of making change, is you have to really be fed up with your situation. So like I said again, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, click on the button, and go ahead and donate, and we'll keep on sending you more videos. And if you have a topic that you'd like me to talk about, just go ahead and let me know. Click on the comment section below, and we'll go ahead and get you set up. All right, guys, make it a great day, and let's go out here and win, and not let any women take advantage of us. All right? All right, peace to everybody. All right? Black, white, brown, yellow, whatever. Peace.